Crude extending losses. Brent's just sub $61 per barrel now, so that's positive news for India. And how much positive? Well, 500 points on the Sensex. That much positive. The Sensex now briefly went closer to the 40,200 mark and very close to the highs as we speak, all-time highs as we speak. The Nifty holding around that 12,060 mark. All in sundry rising right now. We have India Bulls Housing Finance too moving at the high point of the day. We have Cipla doing well. Dr. Reddy's. The pharmaceutical stocks have been underperforming over the last couple of months, and now they are coming back as well with some gains. And at the same time, we've had HUL and ONGC. And Sumera, I cannot help but use this one. Even the liquor stocks, they're cheering the market. You have United Breweries. That's the one that should come up for you. That one is at the high point of the day. So literally record high.
Yeah, and cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Okay, the next query comes in from Mr. Narendra Mehra. He's written to us from New Delhi. He has 246 shares of Adani Power, which he has bought at 44.46. So he's making some money there, and he's a long-term investor. So Jay, is this a stock that you track, Adani Power? Would you recommend somebody who's making money here?
Sure, Sumera. I would say that Adani Power has shown a very good recovery from the lower levels recently, and in fact the entire Adani group has shown that. And the way the stock has been forming good high tops and high bottom on the daily and weekly charts, and the way the stock has clearly moved about short-term moving averages, the overall chart setup is absolutely bullish. It's been consolidating within a range since a couple of days, but I'm expecting a breakout above this range on the upside. And I think one can continue to hold this for a short to medium-term target at least of around 68. On the lower side, 30 will act as a very crucial support. So I think one can continue to hold it for the target of 68.
All right, that's the view coming in on Adani Power. The other query that we have is Mr. Abdul Wasim, right? So from Chennai, holds about 400 shares of Sterlite Tech at 250 rupees for the last 5 months. A short-term investor wants to know whether to hold or sell. A short-term call on Sterlite Tech, Jay?
Stock in fact has fallen quite a lot from the higher levels, and it has in fact entered to an oversold territory, I would say. We have seen some rebound coming from that oversold territory. The indicators in fact are showing some good positive divergence, which will help this stock to in fact bounce back from the current levels. May not go to his buying price at least, but then I'm expecting a bounce to the levels of 205 to 214. Hence, he can continue to hold on to this stock till the levels of 205 to 14, and he can exit around those levels. Now on the lower side, 167 is a very crucial support. So till those levels aren't broken, he can continue to hold on.
All right. From the top, just a bit of a nick, but importantly, the Nifty had actually moved all the way to the 12,069 mark, so just shy of another point. I mean, we like round figures. What can we say? Yeah, so just it had moved all the way to 12,069, now holding with about 460-point gain on the Sensex as well. The mid-cap index too has picked up pace, although it continues to underperform, but it too is higher by about 100 points. So I guess the last hour of trade is going to be really exciting. And we have one more query, this time coming in from Australia. Karthik G has written to us. He wants to invest 15,000 rupees. He wants to know if this is the right time to enter. So Gaurang, it's pretty much a blank check. At record highs, would you advise a retail investor and perhaps somebody who's doing it for the first time to enter now? And if yes, what are the set of stocks you'd recommend?
So, Subhara, I think one peak conquered and many more to be conquered as we make our journey forward. And so, thank you. Cheers to that as well. So, I think, if you really want to reap the benefits, don't go and put all your money at one time, stagger your investments. That's what I've been advising to a lot of people. So for this gentleman, I think 3 alternatives from different sectors: private sector bank, ICICI Bank; FMCG, Godrej Consumer Products Limited; and specialty stroke agrochemicals, since government is focusing a lot on the agri side. UPL would be the third investment idea, and divide 15,000 rupees proportionately, 5,000 each to each stock, and regularly invest over the next couple of years.
All right, gentlemen, thanks very much for that. And, Mangalam, given that we're getting so many international queries now, perhaps it is time to take your stocks international.
Absolutely. Request our bosses to, let us travel internationally as well and take some queries from there. So from France, Australia, back to Bombay.